Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the World Showdown Series, Season 3, week number 11, and we're taking on Joseph. And he has a pretty threatening squad. Excuse me, I lost my breath there for a minute. He is coach of the Chester Chinchous, pretty sure that's how you say it, and he has a roster consisting of Arcanine, the Z Captain, Comfy, Gliscor, Jirachi, Mienshao, Rotom Wash, Mega Sableye, Swellow, Tauros, Tentacruel, and last but not least, Serena, the Queenly Majesty. Yeah, so pretty threatening squad there he has. Of course, our team is, as always, excuse me. I have to get a drink of water or something. Manaphy, Garchomp, Heatran, Florges, Crobat, Mesprit, Mega Abomasnow, Golurk, Alolan Persian. And I think I'm missing one person off of my team. Not quite sure who it is. Galvantula and Kamala, whereas Manaphy is our Z Captain. How did I forget those two? Well, probably because I don't use them. Anyways, this week here, we had quite a bit of difficulty prepping on which Mon was going to be his Manaphy check. He had two checks that he could have brought, and one could have been Assault Vest Serena, and the other could be Haze Tentacruel. So, looks like he brings the Tentacruel. Unfortunately, I prepped more so for the Serena because I felt, it could switch in better to Garchomp and switch in better to some other things. But I can understand why not because, Heatran and Crobat as well. So it makes a little bit more sense. I do bring the ICMZ Manaphy with Tail Glow, Scald, Ice Beam, and Energy Ball. Energy Ball's there as a neutral hit for the Tentacruel, where I thought about bringing Psychic over it, but my opponent also has the Rotom Wash, so I decided to bring the Energy Ball, and then it was like Ice Beam or Psychic, and then I chose Ice Beam because I felt like the rest of my team could deal with Tentacruel a little bit better. But maybe that was a mistake in my prep. We'll find out in the battle. I do have max speed so that I can speed tie with potential things like Tentacruel and outspeed the Arcanine. So there's that. Quite a bit of bulk investment as well, though. Next up is going to be a Muscle Band, Sub, Swords Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Garchomp. He has no switching in for my Dual Stab with a Muscle Band and max attack with a Jolly Nature and a Swords Dance up. Really puts in the work, even with things like Gliscor and Mega Sableye, Comfy's Draining Kiss with priority. If I'm behind the sub, it ain't that big of a deal, and I can live one anyway, so there's that. And I have a good switch in for that anyway, being my next Mon, Heatran. Sugarberry, Heatran with Lava Plume, Earth Power, Hidden Power, Ice, and Roar. Roar's there so that I can roar things around, predictive switches like that, and for like a Calm Mind Comfy there, that could be problematic. And do have the Sugarberry for any kind of Hidden Power grounds that might be there, and same thing for Gliscor's Earthquake. So I'm adequately prepared for that. Next up is going to be Florges, a defensive Florges there. Basically my switch in for Mienshao, and can take a lot of hits from things like Sableye. I can throw off a Toxic, things that want to switch in on me, or like Arcanine. I can just Toxic that, Wish Protect, stall it, and Moonblast stall. So, well, not really stall, but just click Moonblast until the Toxic kills him. So unless he's like a rest set. But yeah, Florges just being there is really good for my team. Next up is going to be Crobat with the Sharp Beak. Taunt, Roost, U-Turn, and Brave Bird. U-Turns are obviously only for momentum. Brave Bird because he has no switch-ins. And Taunt and Roost for longevity and to prevent, things like Gliscor from Roost stalling and Arcanine from Morning Sun stalling or throwing off a Will-O-Wisp or anything like that. So adequately prepared for all that as well. I'm a lot more bulky than I am offensively invested. I do have the Infiltrator ability to bypass subs if you wanted to bring like a sub bulk up Mienshao or something like that. I can immediately switch into my Crobat and bypass the subs with Sharp Beak Brave Birds. So there's that. Also, as you can tell, Mienshao is a problem. So I do have another check as well as just a very powerful defensive well, not really powerful defensive, but it can take a lot of defensive hits. I have the leftovers, the U-turn, the knockoff, stealth rock, and skill swap. So I can skill swap the Mega Sableye and then set up my stealth rocks 100%. This is my guaranteed lead, and if he wants to bring in the Mega Sableye, I can just skill swap it, get the magic bounce, and then set up my stealth rocks and knock every other Pokemon's item off. Yeah, that's basically to the team. And when I got here to team preview, I was really disappointed to see Tentacruel over the Serena, but nonetheless, we can't do anything about it. We do have to play him anyway. So I'm going to lead with my Mesprit here, as he does lead with the Tentacruel, and I'm just going to get my Stealth Rock up. He goes straight into the Comfy here and clicks Taunt, actually, as I'm just going to knock off here and get rid of his item, because his item really, whatever his item was, gave me a lot of it just gave me a lot of information on his set, and he was leftover set, and he clicks the Calm Mind there as I U-turn out, and I'm just going to bring in my Crobat here, not really going to play around with this. I'm going to taunt it immediately as he goes into the Gliscor. So now we have the Bat versus the Bat here. I'm just going to hard switch out. Don't want to reveal U-turn yet. No real reason to anyway, and I'm just going to go into my Manaphy here. Take nothing from the knockoff because of the ICMZ. He's going to bring in the Tentacruel here, and man, oh man, I wish I had Psychic. I really, really do wish I had Psychic here. Unfortunately, you're going to see that it is a speed tie anyway, so it's not really going to matter that much, as my Psychic wouldn't have did nearly as much without the +3, because he reveals the Haze and removes my stat change. I'm going to switch out immediately. Don't want to get Toxic or anything like that. And he's going to set up the Toxic Spike, so that's very unfortunate for my team. However, I can play around it a little bit. He goes out into the Sableye here, as I'm going to U-turn out with my Mesprit and bring in my Heatran. So I'm keeping the momentum here the best I can, and I'm going to go for the Lava Plume here. It's going to do 38%, and I get the burn. So the substitute he sets up is going to bring him down to 1%, and the burn's going to knock him out. So unfortunate there that he got burnt, but realistically he wasn't going to do much to me anyway, as his Gliscor reveals to be slower than me and gets knocked out by my Hidden Power Ice. So I still have my Shuca Berry intact. Unfortunately, I opted to have Roar over Protect here, or I was going to go for it, predicting the high jump kick. However, he was adequately prepared for that and goes for the Drain Punch as well, as I bring in my Mesprit and show him that I'm a defensive variant, taking nothing from a Mesprit's Drain Punch. You can just U-turn out here and see what he brings in. I get the momentum back as he goes in the Comfy, and I bring in the Crobat. He's going to be forced to switch out, and I can just click the Taunt here, not really wanting him to do anything cheeky with the Comfy or anything like that. And now I'm going to reveal U-turn, no real reason not to, and I can just go out into my Manaphy. Unfortunately, I get poisoned by the Toxic Spike. It's a really, really good bring on my opponent's part, as I've opted to not bring Hazard Control lately, and especially last week I did get the Rocks and the Toxic Spike set up against me, so my opponent must have saw that and actually he couldn't have saw that. Fun fact, he could not have saw that. Anyways, his Tentacruel is going to 1v1 my Manaphy because I opted to bring Ice Beam and Energy Ball with the ICMZ over the Psychinium Z and Psychic. And I bring in my Garchomp to revenge kill the Tentacruel, but he sees that it's a huge threat to my team, so he's not going to let it go down. Sacks off the Comfy to my Earthquake. Brings in the Mienshao here, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. Now I'm a bit more concerned on what kind of Mienshao set this is. He switches out, so it's still possible that he's Choice Scarf, Hidden Power Ice, Mienshao. I missed a turn there, sipping a drink of water, excuse me. However, I have my Heatran in here, and there's no real reason to reserve Heatran, so I'm just going to go in and try to weaken this Tentacruel down. Hit him up with the Earth Power. Does a significant amount. He's going to be able to 2-hit KO me with the Scald. But now I can revenge kill him with my Crobat or my Garchomp. I choose to go into my Crobat here. For no real reason, actually. I should have went into my Garchomp and just clicked the Earthquake. There was no real reason for me to go in the crowbat there and just have to U-turn out here anyway. I'm going to do it once again. It made no sense, really. That was more of a brain fart. I should have went immediately into Garchomp. However, he's going to bring his Manchiao in here. I don't have any real reason to let Garchomp go down to a hidden power ice yet, so I'm just going to switch out into my Florges. If he locked himself into a Poison Jab, or if he is not Choice Scarf, then he's not really that much of a problem anyway. I am going to throw off the Toxic here, predicting his Arcanine to come in, or if he stayed in, it was no big deal because I still get the Toxic off. 100% lived a Poison Jab from that range anyway, if he's not like Choice Banded or Life Orb, and he has not revealed Life Orb yet. So here he's going to Morning Sun up, as I'm just going to U-turn out and go right back into my Garchomp. Oh, excuse me, I go into my Crobat. I want to make sure this thing is, in Earthquake range before I go into this thing. He's going to go for the Gigavolt Havoc here, revealing the Electrium Z Wild Charge. Pretty cool take there. I was not expecting that, or I would have doubled out into my Garchomp or went into my Garchomp first. I just wanted to make sure that he was in Earthquake range, wasn't Shuka Berry or anything like that, and he did reveal the Z move. Here I can just stay in and then Revenge Kill him with either Mon, but I do reveal to be faster, so I'm just going to be able to pick up the 3-0 victory right there. So, really good game to Joe. It was really fun. Unfortunate burn on Sableye. I don't think it mattered that much. Heat Ran put in the early work, and from there it was just cruise control. Kind of an autopilot. As you can tell, I played the end game very poorly to make sure that I won. Like, I sacrificed some differential to make sure that I 100% won the match, even though it was kind of sloppy. But yeah, that's going to be it, and that's going to be the end of the regular season for the World Showdown Series. Going to be looking forward to the playoffs and see how everything turns out. Might have an update video for the playoff settings or something like that. Maybe not, though. We'll see. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you did differently in this battle, prep, etc., etc. And I'll see you guys next time, and I thank you for watching.